I used to read a Catholic magazine that was kind of like a Catholic, considered like a Catholic layman's intellectual magazine. It was not a really a religious magazine, but the contributors and the editors were Catholic, but they were strong proponents of social teachings of the Catholic Church, which are very Marxist, actually. It's not generally known, but it is. If you, I mean, and there was an ad in this magazine. It was called Commonweal, and they were looking for people who would be interested in becoming labor organizers. And you had to write I forget what it was, maybe 1,000-word essay on why you would want to become a junior labor organizer. And I wrote the essay and I sent it in, and I don't know, weeks later I received a letter saying that they wanted to interview me. So I went for the interview, and it was on Broadway, and two guys were firing questions at me, asking me all kinds of personal questions about my family and whether or not why I was interested in labor. What does your father do? He's a businessman. Does he work for someone? No, he has his own business. How about your uncles, your mother's brothers, your father's brothers? Well, two were pharmacists. My mother had a brother, a doctor, all first immigration children. And then they would fire back, well, you come from this comfortable middle class or upper middle class. I don't know if it was upper middle class, but it was certainly middle class in the 50s. Why are you interested in labor? That's the kind of questions they would ask me, and I'd give my answer. In any event, I got the job. But before I could be transitioned into the job, which consisted of 12 weeks at Columbia University and 12 weeks in the field down south with organizers, I was called into the Army, drafted. And then I was talked out of the job by somebody who was in the business and said, you know what, that job, they hire mafiosos to break unions, this, that, and the other thing. And a friend of mine was working, a guy by the name of Bob Callahan, was working at NBC, and he got me a job running a duplicating machine. They were mimeograph machines. I don't know if you guys know what a mimeograph machine is. You may be too young.
But you had been drafted. Did you serve, or did you?
Yeah, I served.
In Korea?
And when I came out, I went to NBC as a mimeograph operator.
I see.
Making $41 a week.
Yeah, explain what a mimeograph is. It's just a duplication.
We did all the scripts on them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a kind of a primitive printing machine with a drum, and the drum has a pad on it, much like an ink pad, except that it's round, and then you put a stencil on it, and the stencil duplicates. We duplicated all the scripts that way, and anything else. And my pay was $41 a week, but I had 2 weeks vacation and full insurance with RCA.